currently a little bit concerned. I'm concerned about the sale of some of the Zambian land to government at a tune slightly over 13 million US dollars. Because Zambia, as far as I'm concerned, if you Google right now about the shareholders, you'll find that the largest shareholder of Zambia was African Life. And African Life, there's always been this information which has not been disputed by President Hakainde Hichilema or his associates, that he owns shares in African Life. It doesn't help that he has never declared his assets and his businesses, because if we knew, then we would not speculate, right? So at this point, we are asking questions to say, has HH sold his business, parts of his business, to himself in government? That's the question, because right now he is government, right? And then if he's part of the largest shareholder of Zambia, the question becomes, has he sold part of his land to himself in government? Is that acceptable in business? Is that ethical in business? And why wasn't this whole issue floated? Because this is government. Government is operating on behalf of Zambia. Did we get an opinion in? Did they ask us? And they said, no, we can't manage to ask all of you 20 million. Of course we know. But did you table this purchase in Parliament? Is there evidence that Parliament discussed on behalf of us citizens as to whether we should buy this land, which potentially, as accusations stand, because the president, HH, has not been able to prove to us what he owns and what he doesn't own. He hasn't told us. So we can't dispute or refuse what information is there. There's an article, if you Google today, of Open Zambia. It was written June 2019. June 19, 2021. Open Zambia. It states that HH is the largest shareholder of Zambia. Go and Google it and find it. That article, I haven't seen a dispute to it. But that article claim was talking about how HH, his humble upbringing, and then to him going to university, and him succeeding businesses, Shanshani, and then it talks about that he was the largest shareholder in Zambia. So how does he, as head of government, buy shares from himself, or buy his land from himself? Zambians, wake up. Wake up. That's $13 million, not kwacha, $1 million, which they are buying. And this is the issue we had about the Mupani as well. We said you didn't go through Parliament, because these purchases are for the people of Zambia. And we haven't elected individuals to act as they feel on their own. They must do proper consultation. And what does the Constitution state? It states that the people must be involved in the purchasing of anything by government or selling of any asset of government to anybody. The people must be involved. And we're not talking about the 20 million Zambians individually being asked. No. The Constitution is clear. Take it to Parliament, because Parliament constitutes the individuals representing their constituencies. Because each MP is supposed to get a tabulated document and go back to his constituency and say, there is this. What do you think I should say about it? Then whatever the majority of the people have said to him, that's what he brings forward to Parliament. Said, my people are for it, or my people are against it. That's how you liaise with the entire nation, through the members of Parliament. That's why we don't want a Parliament that is just UPND focused. We want a balanced Parliament with proper checks and balances. That's why we are against the by-elections to try and replace the 9 MPs and all those things, maneuver that we are seeing the government is doing. We're against that, because we don't want the UPND government to just start doing things as they feel or as they will. But already we've seen 2 issues that are impeachable. Yes, impeachable. Number 1, the Mupani sale. The Mupani sale, were we consulted as a people? No. Did it go through Parliament? No. That's a breach against the Constitution that HH saw to uphold. And now we are hearing about this Zambian cell, right? It was quoted in Daily Mail and all those other places. And the question that is there is that, but it's always been said that HH owns shares in Zambia. If you go to the shareholders at present, if you Google, the one which is on top is like African Life. And African Life has been cited as part of, that HH is part of the shareholders there. If not a senior shareholder there. Then Open Zambia issued an article June 19, 2021. It was giving a whole profile on HH. And it said he was the largest shareholder of Zambia. Has he disputed that? Did he ever dispute that? Like I said, even in 2006 when he was being voted against a foundation of others being tribalistic, saying only a Tonga should replace President Mazoka. Did he deny that or denounce that? Did he come back and say, I don't agree with this? Did he ever? It's the same thing now. He has not rejected the fact that he owns shares. Or that Open Zambia wrongly quoted him or wrongly stated that he owns the largest shares in Zambia. He's never argued with that. Or that African Life, he doesn't own shares there. We don't know. That's why he should be able to declare his assets and interests. Because then it protects him from all this kind of questioning. Because now I'm concerned. Did the president sell to himself? I mean, did the president buy from himself using government money? It's a question. And we must ask, because this is our country. It's not HH's country. It's not Europeans' country. It's every Zambian's country. And so we are asking, this 13 million, because you guys, you've been crying over small monies that the Lungos have, saying it's a lot of money. $13 million is a lot of money. So definitely we're going to make noise about it. We are going to make noise about it. You have to explain yourselves. Prove that you're not a shareholder there, Bakateka. Prove it. Why, church? You can't buy from yourself using government money. It's not acceptable. So prove that you're not part of Zambia. Prove it. And 2, prove that you requested the opinion of the Zambian people via using Parliament. Because if you didn't, sir, it's an impeachable offense. You must be impeached. Strike number 1, Mupani. Strike number 2, Zambia. It's the principle that matters. Rule of law. Remember? Rule of law means following our constitution. Rule of law. Do you remember rule of law? You sang so much about it. Well, Mr. President, the rule of law right now is ruling you out of order. And it's impeachable. It's impeachable. Answer us. Are you part of Zambia or not? Prove with the documents that you're not part of these organizations. Because otherwise, you can't use our money to buy from yourself. Wala. Wala. Mlabeja. Mlabeja. We'll keep asking you. And believe me, Mr. President, these are the things that can get you your immunity off when you leave government. Because these are actually crimes. Not the way you like accusing Isio. You're always accusing Isio, hey, we'll remove his immunity, he stole. But you, we are having specific things we can point at. Number 1, Mopani sale. It didn't go through Parliament. Number 2, Zambian sale. Purchase. Zambian purchase of land. It did go through Parliament. So for you, we have evidence. For you, we have evidence. You were pointing at Israel, you don't even have anything that you can really point at, but just fear, you know. But we can't point. But for you, Bagateka, we can clearly point. Strikes. Using our coffers as Zambians to purchase land from yourself. No. If that is what has happened, we as Zambians are saying no. Zambians, be concerned. Prove to us that you're not part of Zambia. Prove it. And prove that you went through the right channel. Prove it. We're demanding an answer.